Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you how to easily kill Marauders in the Cycle Frontier full release. For new players, being able to effectively kill Marauders, or otherwise known as Jeff, is an essential skill that every player needs to learn. Marauders are one of the fiercest creatures on the map and often protect areas that have the highest value of loot. The first step in getting good at killing Marauders is understanding their movements and attack patterns. Jeff only has two types of attacks, a ranged spit attack and a charged swipe attack. The ranged spit is where he launches a huge meatball at you, which will cause direct impact damage and sometimes leave an acidic residue on the ground, which will slow your movement and take light damage if you get caught inside of it. The second attack is when he charges at you, stops right in front of you and roars, then lunges and swipes. A direct hit by the spit and swipe will cause significant damage, but once you learn his attacks, they become predictable and thus easy to counter. When encountering Jeff on an even terrain, he will predominantly use his charge and swipe attack to try and kill you. This is usually the most difficult for people to get the hang of, so let's dive into how to counter it. First things first, make sure Jeff is the only creature aggroed onto you. Even a random strider can make life very, very difficult if you're fighting Jeff on even terrain. Now let's take a close look at one of these fights. So here comes Jeff, he's aggroed, he's running up, and he's done a lobbed meatball, which will land and put spit on the ground. The acidic spit is there. A lot of times you'll see that as the first spit that he does. Then he charges, and he opens his mouth, and we shoot him in the critical area of the mouth. Now one thing to keep in mind is that when you do enough damage to the crit area when his mouth is open as he's charging you, he will stagger back. And the stagger is going to prevent him from doing the swipe. Now, what you have to know is that he will not stagger every single time. It almost seems like monsters have a hard cap on how many staggers that they will do in a fight. Something perhaps like 2, maybe 3. So after you get him to stagger the second time, you will be vulnerable to his swipe, so make sure after you fire at his mouth that you are instantly running away as fast as you can, otherwise you will be in his swipe range. His swipe range is wide. As far as early guns go, I think the Bulldog and the Trench Gun, the two shotguns, are incredible against Jeff at close range because you are right up on top of him the whole time. So definitely, if you're looking to fight Jeff on even terrain at an early level, I think the Bulldog is a great option for you. Once you kill Jeff, he will have a 100% drop rate of a bone plate and potentially Marauder flesh as well. Bone plate farming is very important because of its requirement for crafting purple armor and helmets, so you definitely want to make sure you're getting comfortable killing Jeff. Now that represents the most difficult type of encounter, fighting Jeff on even terrain when he's charging at you over and over again, because the swipe is the harder one to dodge. When Jeff is unable to charge a player, he will resort to his spitting attack. For the most part, this is easily dodged, as you can see him curling slightly just before launching at you. Now this is definitely the safest method to kill Jeff, but it's also a longer fight requiring more ammo and creating more noise, making you a potential target for nearby players. Newer players and less confident players can resort to this method early on, but I strongly encourage you to take the plunge and start fighting Jeff on even terrain so that you can master the previous method as well. As far as spots go for ranging Jeff down, I think this is a great spot here inside the manager's office, staring down at the extraction zone in base camp. And when you start shooting at him from up here, he will not come up the stairs, so you just literally range him down the whole time. Now, if you've aggroed him from down below and come up the stairs, he will follow you up, but if you come in through that office, he will not. Now, base camp is not the only place where you can range Jeff down easily. There are spots in Comms Tower. There's sometimes a Jeff at Comms Tower, and you can literally just get up on the roof of one of the buildings and do the same exact method, just dodging his spit while you are shooting him over and over again. Also, as a side note, you can use a combination of audio grenades followed by gas grenades, and this can help you kill him a lot quicker. But make sure that Jeff is not already aggroed on you before you throw the audio grenade, because he will ignore it if he already knows that you're there and he's going to charge you anyway. So that's it. I hope this video helps you get more confident killing Marauders. If you're looking to find your way back for more Cycle Frontier content, then make sure to drop a sub and I'll catch you in the next one.